Everybody, we are back for another exciting episode of the Lot Life podcast here in the Randall Ford Studios. It is a wonderful day out here. The sun was shining for a second. I saw it. So it is gone again, though. It is a rainy day. Andrew, what's up?
No, not much. Just about to have a heart attack with that intro there. I mean, it caught me off guard. But yeah, it is a rainy day. I mean, sun is out for just a second.
Yeah, it is now, but wow.
Yeah.
A lot of rain we have got over the last couple of days. I was driving home yesterday, and I know everybody here won't understand. I was going down 71. You won't know where that is from because, I mean, one of our viewers is not from here, and the other one is.
Yeah.
So it's a 50-50 shot. But anyway, I was driving down 71.
Oh, Michelle will know.
Yeah, and then there was an old place that there used to be a car dealership there that has like the ravines there, and the water was up to the ravines coming up onto 71 all the way back to the service shop for that older dealership there by the pick and tote. It was about to come over 71. That water, so much rain, so fast. There's just nowhere for it to go.
No, I was a lot of places too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. We have. I don't know if these people out there are familiar with the Randall Ford lot, but down in the corner of the front of the building, we've always had an issue where there is drainage there. But as with most drain grates, they will back up whenever you get a lot of debris flowing into them. Whenever it backs up, the water starts rising.
So don't only come here to buy cars, but if you want to bring your fishing pole, you might be able to throw a rod down there.
Yeah. Or at least take a float trip.
That's exactly
It's
right.
a short one, but it is a float trip.
It is.
Float on down to Seven Brews. Tell them we said hi.
That's where it goes.
Yeah, exactly. But we cleared those cars out there because just as we expected, this rain so much fell, and it caused a deluge of water.
If you try to get any of those vehicles down there, you're going to be knee deep in water.
Yeah.
So.
And some of you people might be aware that, I mean, there was chances of hail in this storm that has come through. It's been spotty. There's been places where we get reports of hail in one place, and then 10 miles away, 5 miles away, no, we never saw any.
Yeah, I didn't get any where I was. Now, Ray said that he got some.
I've heard some in Salisaw. It hit there. We had a customer. Again, this is why this is a perfect thing to go into the Lot Life podcast, a little Lot Life levity right here. If you have a chance to do a deal, do the deal.
Yeah.
One of our guys here had a customer. He had a trade. I can't get up there today. He lives in Mena. He didn't come do the deal yesterday. Overnight, hailstorm comes through. He sends us pictures today. He goes, I don't know if you guys still want my truck. Probably.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's the tonneau cover is covered, the hood of it, the top of the truck. I mean, it is just beat up from that hail. So basically, it ruined his trade value now until he files an insurance claim, does whatever he can. Yeah. He could have come yesterday and got his new truck hailed on. So I guess there's two ways to look at that. But anyway, so maybe it wasn't such a bad thing. I don't know where that story went. So that story went to crapper. Anyway, so,
great story.
God acts in mysterious ways.
Great story. Hey, that guy did not get his new truck held on.
But we have a truck that we didn't sell him that's still not held on.
Yeah, true.
So I guess the only loser was really him in that situation.
Yeah.
But he probably isn't as bad a loser as he would have been if he would have bought the truck and been sick on his new truck.
Well, I mean, if he had gap insurance and had told about that new truck, then he'd have got another new truck with no hail and told about equity and all kinds of stuff, or negative equity and everything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but the moral of the story is, watch out for hail because it's bad. We don't like it.
Yeah,
it's dangerous stuff. It's scary. Kaylee has been hailed on, probably our daughter. Every hailstorm just about she gets hailed on. It's like she gets hailed on in between her car hitting deers. That's how it works.
She does hit some deers.
She hits some deers and she gets hailed on.
Yeah.
Hailing deers. Deer hail.
She
gets hailed on by deers.
Yeah. Held on by deers.
Yeah. But so the big topic of conversation on today's podcast that we want to go over is the tariffs.
Yeah.
They've been talking about them for a while, saying they're going to do them, they're not going to do them. They've been on, been off, been on, been off, used a little bit for negotiation possibly, but they finally have hit. The tariffs did hit. I mean, you can't necessarily, whether you think they're right or wrong, that's not what we're here to discuss.
No,
what we're here to talk about is the fact that now the tariffs are there. So on the automobile industry, they've had to adjust because of this.
Of course.
What happens is, because of the tariffs, a big chunk, we've been doing huge savings here at Randall Ford. I mean, we've been taking all off, trying to capture market. Part of it is just what we want to put in as far as what we're willing to take off of the trucks.
Correct.
The other part of those huge savings comes from rebates from the manufacturer.
Yes.
Now that the manufacturer has tariffs placed on them, and again, it's not on a big chunk of what the Ford product is made in America, but the tariffs are on any parts that you get made outside of America. So there are still tariffs on products that are used to make the Ford truck.
Even though Ford is an American-made vehicle, there is parts that come out from everywhere, because you can't make one vehicle in all American. It's just not possible.
Right. I mean, that's what, the hopes of this is to cause more of that and to hopefully get things moving in that direction. But right now, it is not that way. So that increases the price to Ford. Some people say, well, you already got that truck, so you can't charge us a tariff on that truck. We're not charging a tariff on the truck. But whenever the rebates came out on this month, they reflected what would happen with the new tariffs. So where part of the discount we were able to give on that truck was from the manufacturer in the form of rebates, those rebates have gone away now.
Yes.
So we do not have that. So a chunk of what we could use to discount that vehicle is gone.
Complete.
Yeah.
But however, there is good news, and Ford is the only manufacturer that's doing this. They are offering employee pricing to every U.S. citizen that is out there. So it doesn't matter. It's a more of a discount than what we could get ours for. I mean, there are different levels and tiers of discount. Working for a dealership, we get a certain level of discount. If you have somebody that actually worked for Ford, building cars, manufacturing the cars, they got a discount better than what we could get. So what Ford has done to combat this is now they are offering the employee pricing to any person that buys a new Ford product. And some of those discounts go from they will never be a standard set price. You can't just, hey, $11,000 off here, $12,000 off here on different vehicles. It is going to be different vehicles for different price. You may find two Bronco Sports or two F-150s, and they're going to have two total different discounts because the way the employee pricing is a percentage off the vehicle on the percentage of what it costs.
Yeah.
So if one's $62,000, you're going to get a much bigger discount usually on one that's going to be $62,000 versus one that's going to be $40,000 or $52,000.
But again, we will show you that because it's priced 100%. Out. We all get an invoice for these things. It's priced on the invoice. We'll walk right out there and show you what the discount is that you're getting on this thing. We want to be completely transparent. I know it is a little confusing right now. A lot of times we've been watching, Andrew and I were in there earlier looking at different dealerships and looking at their pricing models. And whereas usually it's pretty easy to see how they are pricing vehicles, right now it's still all over the board because this is just, when you're seeing this, it's Monday the 7th. So this happened on the 2nd and the 3rd of the month. So there's still a little bit of people are trying to figure out and get everything done because it's not just a simple push of the button on the website and get everything done. Some of the other dealers we have seen, we looked at, it looks like, they still are showing a giant discount. They're not going to be able to do that. It feels kind of like they're just lagging on that. Either they haven't figured out how they want to price, or they know that other places are being transparent and changing their prices. And if they can be the last one to change that price, that customer might go there and say, hey, I saw this price for that. It's like, oh, we haven't got that adjusted yet. But let me show you what we can do. I mean, that's a little bait and switch. That's kind of gimmicky. We don't like to do that here at Randall Ford. That's what, Andrew bless his heart, not you, the good
Yeah.
one, was in there as soon as we got this, trying to go over it. I mean, you have to hand calculate this to make
100%.
sure you get it right.
Gets
to
it
make
right.
sure you get this right, because there's not just a button you can push. So he has to go in and calculate the whole inventory to get that right, because the pricing thing is not just a simple push of a button. He has to calculate that, get that in there, get it right. There's a couple that slipped through the cracks. We just sold one right now that it made it. He's adjusted it 3 times, and somehow it keeps glitching on the website and going back to the original price. So we don't want to be like, well, no, that's not the real price you can get. So we sold that vehicle at that. The customer's wanting to negotiate. Well, what about this and this? I was like, don't buy this car.
Yeah.
I don't want you to buy this
I don't
car.
want you to buy the car.
I would rather you not buy this
Yeah.
car, because I promise you tomorrow we are going to change this price and get it to the correct price. But since you saw it, we are going to honor that. But it won't be that price
Yeah.
tomorrow. If you don't want to buy it, sleep on it.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Yeah, sleep on it. The thing is though, is that him doing that all by hand. Hey, sometimes there's some human error in there.
Yeah.
You might get yourself a good deal knowing old Andrew Olson in there.
Yeah.
You might
I mean,
$6,000.
Speaking of human error, if any person here was going to speak on that,
Hands in the air.
is the human error.
I am the human error. That is for sure. But I did brief up on a little bit with Ford. So Ford's the only one that's doing employee pricing. So if you're wanting to do employee price, it's a heck of a deal for
Yeah.
the manufacturer itself, being Ford. If you're not a Ford fan, you need to be a Ford fan
Yeah.
now, because they are the best out there.
Well, and they
Absolutely
do
Ford is.
have the most American-made product here.
Correct.
I mean, not everybody can be, but a lot of them don't have as much, and so those tariffs on those products are going to be much higher. Some manufacturers are even talking about, because of this, they are actually going to reduce production.
Yes.
Which means there will be less new products available if they do that. So that way, that will cause the price to go up. We're putting it all out there.
Yes.
We're going to sell cars. We're going to keep selling cars. We're going to sell as many new cars as we can. We hope to run out, and we're going to just they're going to make more.
They
They're
are.
still making them. They're not slowing down on production at Ford. They're just steamrolling this stuff, and we're going to keep on rolling.
Keep on going. So Ford is doing that, and Ford's the only one that's doing that. I got what Volkswagen's doing. Volkswagen's already charging more. If they're at MSRP plus for tariffs, that's what they're doing. A tariff market adjustment is what Volkswagen's doing. BMW is steady. They said they're going to keep the price exactly the same for just a little bit until May 1st. After May 1st hits, they may be adjusting to their prices as well. Obviously, when you get into Mercedes is automatically going up. They're going up to about, 5%. They're not all the way up to like 25% what other people are doing. Ferrari already said 10%. They're doing 10% immediately. They don't care. They said their clientele can afford that. GMC, like GMC, Chevy, and all them. What they're doing is they're just going to try to keep their prices the exact same, but they're just trying to push production as much as they can. They're not giving discounts. They're going to try to keep the exact same. Chrysler, on the other hand, is struggling a little bit.
They're reducing production, if I read that right. So
they're reducing production. And what is the last one? Toyota. Toyota said what they're going to do is they're going to try to give a little bit of discount as well, but it's just not going to be that much. But by far, after reading all of those, Ford has the best one. You're talking, some of these vehicles are still 8-10% off from MSRP.
Yeah.
Some of them even more than that. So
I mean, if you looked a couple of weeks ago, the savings were incredible. You might not see it, and it might not look quite as much, but we're doing all that we can.
Yeah.
And again, we're trying to make sure Ford is probably leading the way as far as wanting to make sure, instead of protecting themselves, they're trying to keep things rolling and make sure that the consumer and the customer is taken care of and gets the best deal possible.
Correct. Yeah, they're trying to, because this ultimately ends up going into more of the customers and the consumer's pocket more than anybody's pocket, because it's a business.
Mm-hmm.
But what they're trying to do is reach into their own pocket so that y'all don't have to take care of it.
Yeah.
Is what they're trying to do. That's incredible. That
Yeah.
really is. It makes me feel great working for a Ford company that will actually do that as a manufacturer, to step aside and be like, look, we'll take care of it, we'll take the hit, and we'll give everybody still great deals.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat that.
Right. And some of the other things we just want to cover, I know we're running a little long here. We're trying to get this out of the way, but this is the first podcast in April. Some of the big things we have going in April. This is the month of Easter. Stay tuned. There will be Easter videos coming out. We also, why don't you laugh?
The Easter Bunny videos, you need to stay tuned for that one.
Yeah. Please do. Also, we have some specials going on. We just had a remote here today. You can come in and pick an egg out of the egg basket. So it's an adult egg hunt all month long here. We will announce whenever we do this. Come in and pick an egg. There's going to be prizes in these eggs. Also, on our used side of the lot, we are going to have you come in and shop. You're going to find Easter eggs on the dash of these cars for special cars that we want to offer a little bit of special money. It's going to be $500 to $1,000 off. All you have to come in and you see that egg and say, hey, I want that car. Extra money. Find your egg. Always been the kids in the past that get to hunt eggs. We think adults should get to take part of some of that egg hunting. So that's what we're doing here at
And we also know how you adults are. There's no cheating involved because we do have the cars marked on which ones the discount go on.
Yeah.
So you can't switch eggs on switching gift cards. Like, I like this car, it has no egg, but I'm grabbing this egg.
There's a reason why you let little kids do this stuff, because you can trick them.
Yeah.
Don't try to trick us. We're not going to fall for it.
No, we got a mark.
Well, he might, but I'm not going to fall for it. But anyway, that's what we wanted to cover. Yeah, I think I've got just about everything.
That's basically going to be everything that we're talking about. We wanted to get the tariff stuff out of the way and just let everybody know of that and the Easter stuff and just let you know what we're in Ford stuff.
And if you have questions about tariffs you don't really understand, please come in and ask Andrew or myself. One of us will be able to explain it to you,
100%.
probably me. But just do that, and that way, if you have questions, we'll be able to take care of you.
Yeah, but guys, go ahead. This is the end of the video, so if you'll go ahead and subscribe.
You might want to repeat that. We weren't
If
used
you'll
to-
go ahead and
Yes, do that.
subscribe, it's a big red button at the very bottom, and then like and follow and
Yes,
share.
yes.
So guys, thank you for watching.
Watch that video.